All right, so first of all, I want to apologize to all of the kind folks over at Safari Pedals. They reached out to me a while back and they was like, hey, are you interested in using some of the plugins and possibly doing a review on the plugins? And my response was kind of mid. I did give a very mid response because I seen Safari Pedals, but I wasn't too sure if they were going to be that good or not. And to be honest, I was actually more interested in their hardware components that they made, which those were very good and they're completely sold out. And then over time, I seen a lot of sales that they had going on and I was, kind of intrigued, I've already been buying a whole bunch of plugins already this year. So I thought, let me just go ahead and try one of the plugins. And I'm actually glad I did that. They actually had a sale on their Gorilla Drive plugin for $9. And your boy had to go ahead and get that. And I didn't really think it was going to be that good, but oh yeah. It's actually that good. Bolo! So in no way this is a sponsored video. They did not send this to me. They didn't do anything but advertise to me. And I went ahead and I took the bait and I bought it. And I ain't gonna lie. This saturation plugin is very, very good. And for $9 right now, if you don't have it, you might want to go ahead and pick it up before it goes off sale. Now they have the everything bundle that's going for $99. I'll probably pick that up in the next couple of days or so. But they have this plugin right now for $9. And this thing is actually very good. And yes, I did pay for it with my own money. I really made this video because I felt like more people need to know about this particular plugin and about this particular company and the products that they make. So what am I using this plugin on? Well, to be honest with you, I'm actually using this plugin on my drum sounds more than anything. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Not just my drum sounds, but my bass sounds as well. Now you got to understand, I've only been using this plugin for a few hours. I haven't been using it for days and weeks, but in the short amount of time I have been using this plugin, this thing is actually incredible. If you got weak drums, snares, kicks, hi-hats, whatever, if your drums are weak, slap this thing on there and watch what it does, which I am going to show you very soon. Now, there is a whole bunch of other plugins like this. I ain't gonna lie. But the reason why I really like this is because how easy it is to use this particular plugin. It's basically a few knobs and you're done. What you see is what you get. That's it. Now I'm gonna give you guys an example of what this plugin can do, and then you guys can decide if this is something that you might want to go ahead and check out. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so I got a very, very simple beat pulled up, and the drums I used in here are some very simple drums, okay? They don't have a lot of distortion in them. They don't have a lot of saturation in them. They're just some very simple drums, and I'm gonna show you guys how this plugin works and how this can bring this whole track to life. What we got right here is this beat right here. And like I said before, very simple beat. All right, very simple beat, very cheesy, but I'm gonna show you guys how the Gorilla Drive can bring this whole thing to life. So let's just go right here with the claps. This is how the claps sound right now. Not much really going on, but let's go ahead and add the Gorilla Drive to this. So now we got the Gorilla Drive pulled up on the claps. I got the default setting turned on right now, and now let's play it with just the default setting. Ooh. Already you can hear a difference, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to drive the input of the claps in here and I'm gonna turn the output down so y'all won't be saying, oh, well, it just sounds like that because it added some saturation that's turned up louder. Nah, let's go ahead and mess around with the plugin a little bit. And then actually I'm gonna change the tone of this as well. I'm gonna add a little bit more of a higher tone to it because it's kind of like a flatter type tone. And I think it needs a little higher end tone to it. So I'm gonna mess with the input, mess with the output, and I'm gonna mess with the tone on here as well. Let's bypass it. All right, let's unbypass it. And let's mess with the tone. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and drove the signal into the plugin and I turned the output down so we can have pretty much a relative gain match of the actual sound. And then what I did was I took the tone and I turned the tone up so it can give a little bit more of a higher tone to it. And let's go ahead and A/B this. Come on, man. That simple. And if you guys notice, when I A/B'd this, there is not much of a difference in the actual level of the sound volume. So yes, it sounds louder, but the level did not change. Let me show you guys one more time. Even though it sounds louder, it sounds crispier, it sounds more weighted, the level of the actual volume did not change. So yes, it did not change. So I don't want to hear y'all talking about, oh, it just sounds louder. Nah, it actually did something. So now let's go ahead and move to the kick. So here's the kick right here. This is how it sounds without nothing on it. Sounds cool, it's okay. But now let's add the Gorilla Drive to it. So this is just with the default preset. Already made a difference. Immediately you hear a difference and there is no volume change, okay? And then just to add a little bit more weight to this kick, I'm gonna mess with the tone and turn the tone down for a lower tone so it can add some more like lower harmonics to it, and then you guys can hear the difference. So let's play this back. So now with me adding that extra little bit of tone to it, it did give us a higher output. But what I'm going to do is just turn the output down so it can match. Come on, man. But I think that's a little bit too low of a tone to it. So I'm actually going to turn this up just a little bit. And then I think we can work with that. Now, let's go ahead and mess with the actual bass line. And I'm going to go ahead and add the other sounds in here so you guys can hear the relationship with the Gorilla Drive on the bass line and with the Gorilla Drive off the bass line. All right, sounds pretty cool, but let's go ahead and add this Gorilla Drive to the bass line. So now we've added the Gorilla Drive to the bass line and we have it on the default setting. Let's hear how it sounds. Already, and it's much louder, and I don't want it to be that loud. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to level match it with the original tone, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive the input into the Gorilla Drive, I'm gonna turn the output down, and I'm going to turn the tone down so we can get more of that low end frequencies added to the bass line. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so from this point, all we have to do is pretty much level everything out. And if we do have to do any other like EQ changes or whatever, we can do that. But for right now, we have sounds that don't sound weak anymore. They have some type of a feel to them. They have some type of saturation to them, a type of harmonics to them. And as you guys can see, it sounds really good. And the cool thing about this is if you want to add this to your overall track, you can to kind of give it some type of grit and dirty it up if you want to. But a lot of times I like to use it on individual tracks. So as you guys can see, Gorilla Drive by Safari Pedals is actually really good. And it's only $9. Come on, man. For $9, you can't beat it. Even if you don't need it, it's only $9, and I'm pretty sure you can use it for something. So if you guys want to go ahead and check this out, I will leave a link in the description to go to their site, and you can check out this and their other plugins as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.